I guess it's been real quiet over here.
We have the most beautiful person. She's a badass motherfucker. The lovely Miss Keeta Hill.
I think there was some moments that were a little, cringe. Yeah. We have like moments that are real. We have moments that we need to flare up.
Because some people don't get that. Because I've seen the opposite, where the women get opportunities and the men just shut it down.
Y'all know me. I'm very like this. It was hard for me to step outside of it to make it extra.
Oh, we didn't know who you were until you got with Chad. That's not for me to prove to you who I am. I'm building a legacy. Do your research who Sherelle Rosado is. Keeta, I forgot to ask you this question. How did Tyreek feel when you told him that you was gonna be on reality TV?
I get in my way, never out of my lane. Feel like you the one and I'm on one. So what it's gonna be? Baby, squad up, we finna go deep. Riding on a team, got what you need. Baby, won't you keep me company? Give me something to do when I get lonely. I got something for you when we get home. If you let me put it down, when I hit the town, you should ride on.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Humble Baddies podcast. I'm Sherelle Rosado.
I'm Ashley Nicole. I'm Ashley Nicole. We're just
happy to be back.
We're just happy to be back. And I'm Alexis Welch-Stoudemire.
And we are so excited, you guys. We have some amazing news to announce, and we have a special guest that will be on. So we're going to get into it.
Let's get into
I
it.
can't wait. Like, I'm so excited.
You excited?
Yes.
Let me see.
We've really been
It's
headed.
been a big surprise.
Yes, we have. We have. And y'all been on my ass.
Yes.
Like, y'all literally been on my
Okay,
ass.
so go ahead and tell them, Sherelle.
Tell them.
Should I announce a special guest or should I tell them first?
I think you should tell the secret first because it makes sense about, our guests.
I agree.
It's a good intro for our guests.
Okay, I just
I guess it's been real quiet over here. Y'all not there yet. No. Okay.
All right, you guys. Y'all asked for it, and guess what? We giving it. We coming back on Netflix.
Listen, y'all have been in all my DMs, in Sherelle's DMs. Like, we miss you guys on TV, and we have been working hard, filming numerous scenes, like working hard and
For months.
Yeah, and we're back. It was hard to keep this a secret for so long, but
I'm tired of y'all harassing us. We tired of y'all harassing us.
Yeah.
They was like, we know y'all got something cooking. We just know it. We know it. But we're
it
back.
almost slipped a couple times.
It did.
Sometimes we was but you guys are right. Like we miss being on TV. We miss sharing our lives in that capacity. So we're really excited to be able to share this news with you guys and also have Alexis along with us on this journey.
We
This is
popped her
all their
cherry.
fault.
Right.
This is all their fault, by the way. They get total blame.
Yeah, the producers were like, who else? I said, I gave them a list of very beautiful friends of mine.
Yes.
Just like Sherelle did. And we're happy that you're on this journey with us.
What a journey it has been. I mean, to be in a setting and have the cameras, it was a new experience for me as I have not had that following, and then what a new journey, especially trying to transition from, my relationship status to now this rediscovery of dating and rediscovery of Alexis. So I just hope that I inspire somebody that wants to be on that same path or just you can do it. And I can't wait to see what's about to happen.
Absolutely.
Y'all about to be all up in our business.
Listen, it's going to be fun. It's a fun journey. I mean, this is what we signed up for.
Yeah.
You know how TV works. I mean, it
Okay,
can't.
pause. We got to introduce
But
ourselves.
I was gonna say, speaking of,
Let me get back.
new, yes.
Before we go into it,
Yeah.
we have the most beautiful person. She's the sweetest. She's her boss. She's a boss.
Yes.
A BAMF. She's a badass motherfucker.
Period.
Yes.
She doesn't ride her husband's coattail. She has a lot of things that,
Well accomplished.
very well accomplished.
Beautiful. A new mom.
A new mom.
Ooh,
Yes.
Yesterday.
Yes.
Yes.
Don't look like
Snatch.
it. Like baby wear. Okay.
Before we go any further, let's introduce the lovely Miss Keeta Hill.
Keeta Hill.
Thank you so much for that introduction. Wow. I'm like, okay, y'all just hyping me up for the year. You need all the compliments.
Yes.
What's up, guys?
We give our hat. You a humble baddie, Keeta?
Yes, you are.
Thank you. I'm super excited to be on here today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you know the thing about it, Keeta, when I first met you, we met at the NFL
Honors, yeah, in Vegas.
And Tyreek came up to Chad and he was like, I want Sherelle to meet my wife, whatever. I said, I like her. She was telling me I have an IT tech company.
Yes.
Girl, tell them what you do, girl, because they think you just
When we first met, I was actually getting into like a real estate project, and you were in the government contracting, and it was like immediately clicked right there. We're like, oh, you're doing some similar project to what I'm doing. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting into assistant living project where I'm going to invest into some homes and whatnot. But I'm also have a software company that I invest into, and then also build myself. So doing a couple things. But I started in the fashion industry for a minute. You know, I lived in Miami, went to school at UM, and then realized, you know, real estate and tech is the industry I want to be in, honestly.
That's right.
That's the
you
money.
can be mobile and you can grow it like way faster than any other industry, I think, honestly.
Correct.
So that's why I stayed in those type of fields and connected with Sherelle on the real estate side. So
I was like, I like her.
yes.
And now you connected with all of us.
Exactly.
You locked in with us.
And I
now.
love that, honestly, because I feel like it's a big to like find women that are in, you know, industries that you want to be in, and just women that are just doing things, not just out here in Miami and, you know, living off of somebody and not really trying to find something for themselves. So it's really good to have a community like you guys, honestly.
So our show is going to be amazing because we have ladies that are amazing in so many different ways. Like it's not your typical show. It's not just about women being cute and, you know, being behind their men and that name. Like we are all well accomplished women in our own right. And very different. And you'll get to know all of us, you know, in our own ways.
Very different.
It's definitely drama but it's fun and I think it's a different way of looking at like the WAG culture. Oh, you didn't even say the name of the show?
I didn't.
Is that on purpose?
Well, I was waiting. I wanted to introduce you.
Get into it.
But we did talk about WAGs, of course. Ashley gave y'all a little hint. We are on Netflix, and the name of the show, drum roll,
Dun, 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 dun.
It's not selling anything. It's not selling Tampa. It's called Wags to Riches.
Wags to Riches. Yes. So, you know, Wags, I feel like it's evolved.
You the HBIC.
No, I'm not. I mean, I was on a show called Wags, right? But I feel like back then, like 2016, 2015, 2016, that era, it meant something different.
Yeah.
Wags
You know what I
meant
mean?
something.
I feel like Wags back then really, it was tied heavily to our guys and what they had going on. I feel like it's totally different now. I feel like the women behind the men we're not behind the men. It's like we're our own in our own right.
empire.
Like we have our own situation going on.
They're
People
just there
are
to
way more
support.
interested in us really than they are them.
Correct.
You know, they just want to know, did the guys, you know, make their touchdowns or whatever, you know? But
Get
the
their fantasy
women, it's
points.
like, we're out here doing all kind of things, you know, a lot more
Letting the show
interesting than
behind the
that.
scenes,
but it's not even behind the scenes
now
anymore.
it's not. I feel like, but helping
So,
them get their career even.
I think this
better than
show
what it
is
is.
gonna
That's
surprise people in that sense of it's different. The word WAG has evolved.
Right. And how the whole thing came about is I know you guys were constantly on my neck about where's selling Tampa. Real estate shows started fading away. So many out there. And I didn't want to give up on our fans. I didn't want to give up on myself. And, you know, I was just out there pitching. I was like,
She a hustler. She a hustler.
And amazing Spoke Studios. I love you guys. We worked hard and we were able to capture something that wasn't just focused on, it was like a docu-follow. It's not just about me. It's about a group of beautiful ladies and how they live their life after, you know, their husband or boyfriend or fiance
Or ex-husband.
or, you know, little fling.
Yes.
long time fling
long time.
has retired, or they're not in the industry anymore. And I feel like, we put a lot of time and effort in this to give our community what they're looking for.
That's right.
So we put a lot of work in it. The fans are going to have their favorite. All we ask you guys to do is to definitely support us.
Yes, please support us.
Watch. Don't just watch one episode.
Right.
Even if you don't like it, just let it keep running in the background while you washing dishes.
That's the way that Netflix works. Like, you have to continue to watch. It's based off hours. So if you guys want to continue to see us on TV, make sure you watch. Tell a friend, tell another friend, promote. We out here. If y'all looking to book us, we out there. We
outside.
We're going to be here forever.
Yeah.
We're here for a long time. A good time and a long time.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
for sure. So yeah, I mean, I think, we have the experience of being on reality TV, but I'm just curious to know, like, how do you feel? I mean, you're already in the public eye. Being Tyreek Hill's wife, I'm sure already comes with a lot, but like, the focus really is going to be on you.
Oh, for sure.
So how do you feel about that?
It definitely is different when you're speaking about really what's happening, because everyone has an assumption of really what's going on in a relationship. But me, like, talking about it and making them feel like they're involved is going to be a whole different situation. So I'm a little nervous, but I'm also excited too, because I think it's going to help create the narrative of really what's happening. It's not what people are saying and what they think about my relationship.
They do have a lot to say.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And they're making things up, and they're making whole storylines about something. So I think it's good to have my side of it and really, tell
and let the people know who you are.
Exactly.
As a woman, like, you're not just somebody he just found.
Yeah, and we've been together we've known each other for 10 years. So, it's just it's been a long journey. But, now we're actually, solid and really trying to build our relationship, which I think a lot of people can relate to. Like, not every relationship is perfect. And not every marriage is perfect. Let's be honest.
Right.
Like, and good ours is in the media. Yes, ours is in the media. But when I talk to other girls, like especially girls that are on the team with us, they tell me about their problems, and I'm like,
and it's 20 times worse.
I thought mine was kind of bad. I mean, we have certain situations that are bad, but some other girls are going through a hell of a lot as well.
Well, you got to think about it.
Media.
You guys are a high profile.
Oh, yes. And I have to just know that, people that's just what it comes with.
Right. So how do you deal with that? And what do you tell those girls that are like looking up to you and how to handle situations? I mean, how I deal with it now is just kind of just don't let it get to me. Like, number one, don't let it get to you. And just know that you're in this position, you know what your husband's doing, you know what you're doing, and y'all have y'all's solid relationship. We're in
you
therapy.
Don't have nothing to prove.
Nothing to prove, and that's the main thing. Like, not trying
just
to
knowing who you
trying to
are.
be picture perfect on Instagram. Like, that's one thing that I don't. We'll take pretty pictures. Sometimes we'll have the pictures. We'll be going through we'll have a whole photo shoot, and it might not even be as perfect as that picture looked. Right, but that happens.
That's real. That's real.
So I just don't let it get to me, honestly. But if there's other women out there that are going through the situation, I would love to help, but I don't really get that many women reaching out to me saying, hey, how you deal with this? But if they were to, I would definitely be able to help them through situations.
I'm sure they're watching.
They're watching it, but they're not asking, and they're telling me out there because people are
probably
vulnerable.
scared to reach out.
Yes,
but
now you've let them know.
Yes,
that they can
ask questions. I'm here to talk about my story and how I'm able to manage this being a wife, to especially in that limelight. It's definitely different.
It is. I love you, Keeta. Keeta
real. Definitely having a daughter is going to be different.
Keeta's nickname is Silent Killer because when you first meet her, she's very quiet.
But
she'll strike on your ass.
Yeah.
A lot of people underestimate you, Keeta, because they just say, "Oh, it's a pretty face," but you got
most definitely. I just don't even I could just get insecure about oh, you're so shy, but think what you want to think. I'll come out when I need to come out. That's how I am.
Sometimes you gotta
listen. I'm not in no rush to prove myself anything. But
that's a great place to sit in too.
Yeah,
I love that.
I think it's the best, especially where I'm at. Because you can't get worked up.
So Keeta,
there's so many things that could work me up, but I don't have time. I have a daughter now. She needs to have full on like,
Yes.
you know,
Right.
Your mental, emotional.
Yeah,
So how
exactly.
is that? How is being a new mom? What's
yeah,
that feeling
it's
like?
really
New
beautiful.
adjustment.
Honestly, I'm really excited I had a daughter because you know
Yeah.
he wanted Tyreek wanted a girl, so it was, worked out
Yeah.
perfect.
You look like a girl mom.
and she looks just like me, so it's really cute. She's like my little mini me, but super blessed.
cute.
And I had a really good pregnancy. Honestly, like being pregnant was, you know, there's difficulties, but like the labor, I was in labor for 8 hours, pushed for like 10 minutes.
Listen, having a baby in general is just a
Yes.
miracle.
Listen, the
Honestly,
blogs
it really
was
is.
watching. As soon as y'all posted, they was ready to.
Oh,
to
the
post.
They took that and ran.
They
Yeah.
did. Another
But-
here
Can
from
I get
another
home
baby.
first?
I'm like, okay, she needs to be in Dior. She needs to be the face of it. Like, we
right.
gotta get
Yes.
her going.
Yes.
Check. Yeah, go
You know,
ahead and
'cause
get that.
I feel like kids will appreciate that you did that for your child.
Yeah.
Like, you not just
My
people
mama
are like,
had me
oh, like you're already
looking
monetizing on your baby. Okay. Like I'm about to buy her an investment home, so she has it under her name.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's how I feel about it.
Teach
you know?
them.
So
Teach them.
That's right.
that's where I'm at on that.
I love it. So, how
Love
do
that.
you feel? We're going to bring it back to the whole TV world. When you know, we had a few scenes. We all had a few scenes together. How was it different for you? How did you feel about everything?
I feel like doing it with you guys made it easy. Like I was happy to be able to like
Like a relief.
yes, like I feel like we connected pretty. It was just like natural.
Yeah.
You know, I think there was some moments that were a little, you know, cringe that.
And that's what comes with reality TV.
Yeah, it's TV. I mean, you're
a
an
little
actor,
cringy
you're an actress,
sometimes.
whatever. Like you kind of have to just go with whatever is going to create the scene, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes. That's what I've like realized. You know, we
Yeah.
have like moments that are, you know, real. We have moments that we need to flare up.
That's a great way to put it.
And it's like every moment or every scene is like, okay, there's got to be a flare moment. So what is that flare moment that we need to?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
You
it
know.
seemed like my ass.
I like you because some people don't get that.
Yeah, and y'all did a great job with that. I saw it firsthand. I was like, oh,
Now,
this
I
ain't
don't know
even
about
that
Alexis.
serious.
Alexis don't flare up. Alexis
Yeah,
just.
y'all two should have flared it up, and it wasn't even there. That's why I was like, what? Like, how did y'all even pick this out of this?
I don't need to.
Yeah.
Unless I need to.
I don't know. I had to question Alexis a few times. Like,
Girl.
Why?
we gonna spill it. We gonna spill
Y'all
the
gotta
beans.
stay
Yeah,
tuned.
yeah,
Y'all
we
gotta
can't.
stay tuned.
Okay,
Let's see.
okay. I'm trying to see too. I'm really curious
We're
to see
just
how
giving
they
y'all a few
edit the
teasers.
videos. So,
Yeah.
you know, we had
That's
our
a whole nother
scenes,
thing.
but you know how they're going to edit it is going to be a total different.
Yeah.
True.
I'm a
True,
little
true,
nervous,
true.
but you know,
That is my biggest
Whatever.
thing. Too.
It
comes
I'm
with
you
the
But the
guys.
thing
Yeah,
about
it's
it,
the territory.
that's the thing about reality
Correct.
TV. Everyone's not gonna like you, no matter how good
Correct.
you
Exactly.
portrayed, no matter
Correct.
how great of a person you are. You can be known as a villain on TV and be the sweetest heart.
exactly.
You're not here to make everyone happy, and
Someone's
that's
gonna
what you
like
sign up
Someone's
for.
going to relate to you. You know,
That's what you sign up for when you're doing reality TV. Ashley has been in the game the longest. She done had 2
OG.
seasons.
The big vet.
Here on this platform, you have.
Oh, okay. Well, okay.
Bitch, you had
Thank
2
you.
seasons.
You're right though. Yeah.
I feel like you can tell though, like when you shoot with you, like you know how to like take a scene, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I know
Dramatize
what a
it.
scene like
Yeah.
needs.
What
and-
it is.
Yeah. You know
You're
what I'm
great
saying?
at that.
especially
Yeah.
at your when we had the event at your house. I feel like
You saw something happening.
for sure. I
She
was
know,
like,
oh
oh my
yeah.
I said, okay, this is a whole different Ashley.
Oh,
I didn't even know she had
This
that.
is Ashley.
And then I was
Ashley
like,
know how
okay.
to turn it up.
Yes.
Ashley would turn. You got
Because she was quiet sometimes, and then she's like, oh no, I can't
No,
like, switch
sometimes
it
you
up.
gotta pull Ashley aside. Okay, bitch. Nah, don't get too carried away now.
Yeah.
Don't be too cute. Like,
I mean, I think a part of being on reality TV is being able to entertain, but in a realistic
Oh,
way.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So, like,
yeah.
whatever your normal reaction would be, just turn it up a little bit. Like, make it entertaining. You know, it's not that you're acting fake or whatever. It's like, we're on TV. We want to see something. You can't
Yes.
just sit there and,
That was
you know
difficult
what I
for
mean?
me. That was
Yeah.
a big challenge because y'all know me. I'm very like this, but
Yeah.
like it was hard for me to step outside of it to make it extra.
Yeah.
Like I just didn't know how to tap into that.
Yeah.
But it's
you know?
really not making it extra because I don't want
It's
people
just
to think
having
that
a
it's-
voice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just to be able to.
You have to have a voice
To
Like,
really
we're
get it
not.
out.
Yeah, you got to whatever's in your head. Say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't
Right. Yeah.
leave it there.
Uh-huh.
You know, whatever
Exactly.
opinions you have,
Just
whether
say
it's
it.
that
good or
goes
bad,
for like
just
a
say
lot
it.
of things too, like even
Yeah.
relationships. Like sometimes I'll hold back, but I see that even like being an actress or whatever, you kind of have to just
let it go.
Yeah,
let it out.
Let it. Yeah,
And
say how
you
what
might
it
get
is.
hated
It's more
for
natural.
it.
People
You might
appreciate
get
that.
a
As
lot
much
of
as you think that,
pushback, but
I did too much, or I'm pointing out something. Like people want you to.
they
I
want
feel like,
they want to know what's
and
going
it
on
brings
in your
people
head.
closer together when you're able to like have those argumentative,
They want to
conversations.
see. They want to see what's inside of our world.
Yes.
Reality.
Yes.
That's right.
And we showed a lot of it.
For sure.
We showed our ass. We show everything, but it's worth the watch, y'all.
It is.
It really is. It's a good time.
And I love how they did like different. Everyone had their own like little story. You know how you mentioned like everyone had to create their own life in this show. So it's like being able to see everyone's different relationships, and not everyone's going through the same thing.
Right.
So
I feel like everyone in the audience will be able to identify with somebody.
oh, for sure.
And then on top of that, identify with someone else. Like this happened to me, or this happened to a friend of mine, or I can feel her, or I don't agree with her right there. It's something
you're
to
gonna get
resonate.
someone that
You got to have your villain.
yes, the villain is there.
Ooh, I wonder who the villain is.
We'll see.
We will see.
We'll see with the edits. That's gonna change everything.
It is.
Yeah.
But overall, I think the biggest thing is, even though, we had our times where there were crazy moments, we all came together as one.
Yeah.
And we supported each other in the WAG industry or whatever.
And that's how it should be, honestly.
Yes.
Like, let's not,
And
take it
Absolutely.
too.
yeah, no friend
Take it to
group is
heart.
going to be perfect. It's always going to be some drama somewhere in there, but as
just
long
learning
as
how
you
to
come
deal
back,
with it.
right?
Yeah.
That's the biggest
I
thing.
think that's what we show.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah.
I love that authentic side though, because they did, I feel like it's a misconception with reality shows. Like everyone knows each other. No, we don't know each other
we don't.
like that. We're getting to know each other. We're learning each other. So it was very raw. I thought that was also, because it's a new territory for a lot of us, to be like, to try
to be
talk
around people
somebody
that you don't
that
know.
you don't know
have
or
to,
regularly hang with or
Yeah.
whatever. So
I think the
that was
biggest
a
thing
diff-
for me was, I knew you ladies, but some of the ladies, they looked at me like I got with Chad and I built everything up, or
They didn't know your storyline. For
They
sure.
didn't
Right.
know.
Yeah.
Didn't know.
And that's a lot of people.
I
don't know.
wouldn't even say
You're
story.
right.
They didn't know who I was as a person.
Sherelle.
Who
Yeah.
Sherelle was. They
Yeah.
and not even just the group of ladies, even people today, because of course we're in the blogs trending right now. Oh, we didn't know who you were until you got with Chad. That's not for me to prove to you
Correct.
who
Exactly.
I am.
Correct.
I know I'm building a legacy.
That's right.
So do your research who Sherelle Rosado is.
That's right.
Not who Ocho Cinco Fiance is.
Yeah.
Do your research who I am and what I built. And I had to, at one point, it got to me for a minute, feeling like I had to respond like, we didn't know who you was until you got with Ocho.
Oh, yeah.
Baby, check my resume.
Yes.
That's all.
Do your homework.
Just
I
do
was
your
doing
homework.
things
And
already.
it's,
Period.
It just
Yeah.
expanded because I'm in the limelight. Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
it's magnified.
And that's
And
good.
I feel,
Like,
and,
people
but
should
that's the
want
same
to,
way
like,
I feel
collaborate with
about
somebody like
and
that.
that's how I
Exactly.
connected with you, Keeta,
Yeah.
because I was like, you know what, this girl is. I
On
feel
it.
like I'm talking to my little twin.
Wow.
Like she
That's
has
what Tyreek
so
was
much.
always saying.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
He's like, you should let her mentor you. You should
Right.
start hanging out with her. That's what he always
Because
said.
you
That's
have
sweet.
so many things that people don't know about
Yeah.
the same.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
it's like you can't tell your story because you with the high profile.
Exactly.
individual.
And they don't even think that I'm really doing it.
Exactly.
Well, they cast such a huge shadow. We're behind that shadow because these big personalities that people gravitate to, and then now when it becomes personal, they feel like they can like talk, like touch them in a
yeah.
way. They feel like they can relate more. But to have the ladies now come in the forefront of that, I think is exceptional, just because we do have a voice. I'm seeing the trend. I don't know if it's really necessarily a trend, but I'm seeing a lot of influx. I feel like I've been in this realm for 20 years. And so to see a lot going up and down, I'm seeing an influx of women now being endorsed.
Yeah.
We're seeing, that I saw Lionel Messi's wife now being in an ad with a sneaker company together.
Yeah.
You're seeing women are getting business opportunities, and they're being
In their
seen
own
more
right, yeah.
in their own right, in fashion everything you can imagine. So it's been a big time and a big year for us to all come out and be like, you know what, this is who we are, minus that.
My question for you, Ashley, because I sit back and watch, for the longest, Phil was in the limelight. Now it has reversed. How does that make, you're in the limelight, big time.
Great question.
And Phil is in the back supporting you.
Yeah.
How does that make, like, how does that affect you guys' relationship? How does that make him feel?
I think, honestly, we are a good balance. And, you know, I never really understood what that really meant. But when you think about things like this, it makes sense. Like, he's our biggest supporter, by the way. Like, he loves the Humble Baddies podcast. Yeah. He's always looking for the episodes. He really is.
That's what you really want. One time, and Phil was in the back in the office watching it on the big screen. I said, okay, Phil, support. You better support.
Yes, he is our biggest supporter.
I love that for her.
Yeah, so I think it kind of just worked out naturally. Like, you know, I was his biggest supporter when he needed it, and now he's mine. You know what I mean? You know, I do think there has to be like a balance, you know, for myself that I kind of have to battle with, like, you know, because I still want to be like wife and mom and do all those things. Right. But he really be having like everything on lock, so I can really focus and do what I need to do in the limelight or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's like, it just kind of naturally shifted, you know?
But that's a good thing.
No, I'm so grateful. I'm so blessed. And I think he's like the best husband. Like, I don't know how I got lucky. Like, he's really, really good. Like, he's a great father. He really holds it down for me when I'm out and about doing things.
He do. He support. He does. But sometimes he be like,
no, he still be watching in and checking.
Sherelle, why you taking my wife back over here? Why you taking
he is still very much, you know, the boss. But he understands, like, okay, I was, you know, the person, you know, bringing home the money. I mean, you know, we're still good on that end. But like, now he sees it's my opportunity.
No, he put in a lot of time and work.
Yeah, he went sit back
and he's where he's at. He's where he wants to be. He wants to be home, retired with his kids, like teaching them how to play. And, you know what I mean? He's where he wants to be. So it works out, you know,
it really worked out naturally, organically.
Like,
I love that.
Yeah, just, it really wasn't nothing to it. It just, he's where he wants to be and I'm where I want to be. You know what I mean? We're both happy in our own space.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you feel like it's better that you're able to have a transition where he sat down out of the limelight and you're able to be in the limelight? Because like having it at the same time, what you feel like that would have a conflict?
You know, I have a lot of friends who, like, you know, they're both like important people, like famous people. And I do feel like sometimes it seems like it's competitive.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And it can get crazy. But, you know, I can only speak on my experience. I do think, it helps to have just somebody
in your corner and then somebody performing or whatever.
I mean, unless you're just with I don't know. I don't think that competitiveness can show up regardless, even if you're not like in the limelight. But I do feel like, you know, it's benefited me that he has already like met his dreams of being, you know what I mean? He's still working on things on his own, but it doesn't require him to, you know.
And it's not pushing you back.
Right.
Like, he's not being selfish.
Exactly. Yeah. So,
That's lovely.
Nice.
It's a good space. It's a good space to be
Tyreek's
in.
always telling me he wants that. He's like, I'm ready to sit back and let you shine now.
Yeah,
I know, that's beautiful. He supports you. Tyreek reminds me of a mini Ocho.
You say that,
Yes,
they're like just comedians and just want to.
They act just alike. They love
like
to
the Tasmanian devil to me. The way he runs up, like he's so like, I know I can't. Like he's just so fast, and the way he jumps, he's an athlete. Like they need to put his picture next to athlete in the dictionary.
But we're definitely in a transition phase where he's gonna be retiring soon. So now we're kind of like seeing like what is that gonna be like? You know, he wants to be a coach or like a head coach or whatever. Okay. And it's like, you know, I want to still be doing my thing and doing my investment. So it's like we're just figuring that out now. Like, what is that going to look like?
Yeah.
You know?
Look at Keeta sitting over there looking like the first lady.
You know, is he gonna be like the president one day? So I'm like pushing her, like, okay, what are we doing? Like,
This is your agenda.
Right. But people want to see this, like, and that's what I love. Like, we're
Yeah.
all in different stages of. We can all, you know, we're all very in similar situations, but different.
Yeah.
You know, we're all in, and we can all learn from each other. We've been there, whatever. So
different
I think
phases, like we've probably all been through, or like we're going to reach soon.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Go through at least.
Yeah, because it's different being in it because your husband is active.
Yeah.
He's an active athlete, an active player, very much, you know, that's the thing.
Yeah, and y'all
compared to,
been
like,
through that
retired.
phase.
I didn't.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
You've been to the phase after the fact.
Your WAG, you know, relationship was post retirement.
Yes.
Yeah.
But a lot
Yeah.
of people can relate to that,
Exactly.
honestly.
That's a different journey too.
And sometimes it's almost, I don't know, better, but like I feel like the guy is more mature depending on the situation. But you know, they already went through that phase. Of,
And you're not,
you know,
well, I guess it just depends.
it
I don't know.
definitely depends.
I don't know how it feels to even. I can't even say I dated. You know,
An athlete.
athlete.
An
Because you
athlete.
didn't date him as an athlete.
yeah, I didn't date him as an athlete.
Yeah.
Even though he think he still could play, but I didn't experience everything that you guys had to experience.
Yeah.
But I felt like I was the guy when I felt like I was an athlete when I was in the military, and the guy was dating me because I would have to leave. I would be in training all the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
like-
a great comparison,
Yeah.
Right.
actually. Because you would
That
leave.
is how
Yeah,
it is.
like a road trip. You'd be out of
Your
there.
man just
have
gotta
But I'll
sit
be
back
gone
and be
for
ready
a long
whenever you
time.
want. Yeah.
I'll be gone for a year, or
That's-
I'll be in
that's-
the field for 2 to 3 weeks.
Right.
So it's different.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
All these experiences, you know, we live some lives, you know what I
And
mean?
we have.
Like,
when I sat there and said 20 years, I was like, damn,
Yeah,
that's
when
half
you
my life. It's been 20 years.
yeah.
that's a
And to
long
go
time.
through all stars and Olympics and you know, we were blessed that we didn't have to trade teams so much. So my children got to be like secure. That's another thing. They got to be in one space for a long amount of time. And just really just the schools and the people that we've met over time and just the communities we build. And it's just interesting to look back at it when you really see like all that we've been through, you know?
Yeah.
And our different paths to bring us all really connected
Together.
here now.
Yeah.
Having all
It's-
different
it's-
stories. And
Yeah.
It's
And
hard
That's how I
because
was trying to say it. You said it right. Yeah.
it's hard. I don't know if I could have. I mean, you know, the women be on Chad now.
yeah.
I can
Oh,
only
yes.
imagine how they are when
When he was active.
When he was
Yeah.
active. So I can only imagine what you dealing with.
Now I'm at the end of it, so he definitely had his moment. You know, that's why we had a 10-year journey. Let's not be, you know, naive about it.
Yeah.
But now he's realizing like it's bigger than, you know,
Yeah.
Yes.
the girls.
It
and
is
the,
bigger than that.
you know, the nights out. You know, like
Yeah.
better to have like a foundation, a family, and what you're gonna do after. Like it's you're
Yeah,
not always
'cause
gonna be in the
that
limelight.
time-
You're not always
that's
gonna
right.
have
that
that.
time
It
will
goes
fade.
by so fast. You feel like
And
it's
the money do
lasting.
too. You look at
the
it.
money.
A lot of people spend so much
for
money
sure.
trying to live
and you
that
want a
life.
solid
and
woman
Yes.
that's like, you know,
That whole
That can
whole
help you
thing.
invest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
you can grow your money. You can have the money, but it can sit there and do
Exactly.
nothing. You know.
Y'all young athletes, y'all better listen to this. Get y'all a smart ass woman.
That's
That'll show y'all how
holding
to-
down, that's supportive, that's
You
got
know.
you right. Yeah. It was
That way we can
Definitely
get to
don't.
Ashley's transition where she's the one and her husband
Right.
sitting back
Yeah.
and enjoying
Right.
his
Ashley's
kids.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah. Where y'all need me at? I'm good.
We're gonna
I'll
have
be
a mini
there.
boot camp for the women out there.
Yes.
Look, we
should do that.
got it all the way
We'll
locked
set
in.
that up. I'll set that up. A little class, a little WAG,
You
one-on-one.
transition into phases.
Transit. Yeah.
I think it's good that
Which
they're
phase are
seeing
you
that
in?
you can transition. You know what I
can.
mean? Like
It's
there's
possible.
options.
There's hope.
There's hope.
Yeah. This is a
There's
prime
light at the end of the
example.
tunnel. Yes. Ladies.
Everything is not
Your
perfect.
time
We
is coming.
definitely,
Don't worry.
have our issues. You know what I mean? There's
course.
definitely adjustments
Yeah.
and stuff like that we both had to definitely like pay attention to and put effort in areas and fix things. But it's possible, to have a relationship that works. It's possible to be on TV and have a relationship that works, because I know a lot of
That's true.
people feel like once you're on TV, that kind of puts like a pressure on your
strain on
relationship. Yeah, on your relationship, and a lot of relationships don't make it, you know. But I think, you know, whatever your relationship is like in real life, it's going to shine through on camera. And if it was going to end, it was probably going to end regardless. It just probably like made it come faster. For like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
But it's possible. Like,
I have a question for all you ladies. I feel like, you know, when you get married or you get in a relationship, like you're supposed to become like one, right?
Yeah.
You feel like I guess, how did you get to that transition where you felt like, you know, you plan things together? It's like, this is what we're doing together. Our family's doing it. You know, we're doing this investment together. We're doing, you know, living life together. And, you know, it didn't feel like it was like, oh, this is what I'm doing. This is what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, like dating stage. Did you feel like you made that, you could see a clear transition getting there?
No, I think everything was gradual for us. I think maybe one of the last things that I feel like we were one on was like financials.
Yeah. I think that's the biggest one, honestly.
Yeah, that's the main
Maybe I
one.
should have just said it like that.
Well, it's okay because I feel like it's per household.
Yeah.
You know, what does that look like? What's the dynamic look like? Obviously, you know, there's different levels on the roster of who's getting what too. So it's also like, you know, what does that look like? You know, from clothing and investing and how much you can put in and what you can sprinkle and you know, that is a difference too. So I think it's per household.
Yeah. And like gaining that trust too of like,
correct.
Okay, like I can like build this idea with you without feeling like hesitant because you never know.
Yes.
You know?
Right.
Girl, I
mean,
think
it's
it
an
just
investment
takes
at the end of the
time,
day.
like
Yeah.
in conversations, and you like, you know, your man, you know, and you just gotta like, I feel like just keep having, like if there's like a certain thing that you feel like you want to connect more on, you just got to keep talking to them about it over and over, because men are
repetition.
slow.
Absolutely.
I think
I see
with
that.
my situation, it was levels. Finances definitely came. I wouldn't say last because he saw that I was
You were doing your thing.
Right.
Yeah, I was doing my thing and I was a businesswoman. So he invested, he poured. He's like, here,
Yes.
what else you need?
Yes.
Here,
I believe in
I'm
you.
going to help support you with this.
Yes.
Here's my bank account. We got to
Yes.
the point where here's
Yeah.
my bank account. Pull out whatever
Yeah.
you want to do, whatever.
Yes.
So I think it just depends on the person, and men and women, whichever one, whoever's the bread winner, they will see they know who they're dealing with.
Yeah.
They'll know if you're making smart decisions.
Yeah.
Or not.
Yeah.
And with my situation, we had children so young, and with Amare, like, you know, my sacrifice was to be with the children. They were back to back, and he could trust that he can go do his job, and I was at home doing my job with staff, with our households, making sure we had the best vacations, things were taken care of on the
family
home front.
traditions were
Yeah,
happening.
so like that was my portion. That was my main job. You know what I mean? So that was supported in that way. So I just think it's per household.
Yeah. It's different in each scenario.
Yeah, every single one. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Before we get into Humble Baddies, Keeta, I forgot to ask you this question. How did Tyreek feel when you told him that you was going to be on reality TV?
Surprisingly, he wasn't as like scared about it. I thought he was gonna be like, no, we're not doing it, Keeta. Like, I don't want my business out there. Like, he did have moments like that.
For real?
But his first moment was like, oh, okay, because he met you and he was like, okay, she seems solid. She's with Ocho Cinco and she seems like she's doing her thing. And he felt like it was a good thing to be
You
on.
were in good company.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, he thought that you would be a good, you know, person to have in my life that's doing her own thing and, you know, supporting your husband and whatnot. So luckily it was very positive, but I think he had some moments where he didn't want to be on the show himself because, you know, some of the producers would come to him like trying to get like asking questions that were a little just like off. Like, he's like, you know, like producer would come up to him and be like, so what do you think about the, you know, what's happening in the media? He's like, I don't want to talk about that. Like, today we're having, you know, an ultrasound for my baby. Like, we don't need to talk about drama that's in the media.
Right.
So those moments he would be like, I don't think it's a good thing. You shouldn't be on it.
I think they all have that.
Realize that, you know,
they all have pushback.
You know, he wanted to be more about me. Like, he's like, focus on what you're doing, Keeta. Like, don't, you know, involve me whenever you can, but I don't want them
Involve
to
me when it's
be the
time to support
priority.
you.
Yes, exactly. And that was his biggest thing is I don't want to take over. You know, this is about you and the girls on the show. Like,
that's great.
I don't want to come in and they're trying to, you know, overshadow me for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
great.
That's his main thing.
Because I've seen the opposite, where the women get, opportunities and the men just shut it down.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And I was really happy that he did it, honestly, just because it's good to be like involved with like other women doing their own thing and, creating that.
I think that's what makes a healthy relationship too.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. Like having your own stuff, and if your man is not supportive of you having your own thing, then it doesn't seem, that's not healthy
You're
at all.
quickly going to realize that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, we are excited that we have met you, brought you into.
Oh, me too. Yes.
Well, like we're family
Yes.
now.
Yeah.
And
It's real.
we love you, Keeta.
Yeah.
And we're
I'm happy to be
aunties
here.
We're aunties.
Yes.
We
I'm
are.
not no auntie.
We ain't aunties.
I don't like those words.
The baby's aunties.
No.
See? Humble Baddies.
Don't say that word.
I'm big sis. I was about to say I'm big sis.
Big sis
I
for
like
the
that.
baby. For the baby.
Yeah.
Yes,
sis,
that's
yeah.
how
I
it
don't want to be
needs.
nobody
Cute
auntie.
too, though. You can be auntie. They can be big sis.
I'll be auntie. Bring the
They just don't like
baby
the-
to me.
Yes,
okay?
you gotta bring the baby next time.
Yeah, we got to do something for sure.
Okay.
That's it. We ain't claiming that title.
Y'all took it to I prefer big sis too. I get
Big sis.
But I was just trying to say we got her, new mom. It's a lot
Absolutely.
between
Honestly.
us.
You already know. We here.
Yeah.
She
for
look
you.
good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We're here for you. Yes.
All right, y'all. I got the Humble Baddies now.
Okay,
We're
let's
gonna
hear
let
it.
Keeta answer it. You gonna
Okay.
answer.
You ready, Keeta?
I guess.
All right, because I don't
Ask
know
me.
I haven't read it,
Okay.
so it could be anything. Sometimes they get kind of crazy. All right, this one's from David in Atlanta. Okay, ATL.
Okay, ATL.
You know, that's where I'm from. Okay.
I'm right down the street.
All right, it says, hey, Humble Baddies. So my girlfriend is obsessed with your podcast. Oh, thanks, girlfriend.
Hey, girlfriend.
And I'm a huge fan of Nightcap with Shannon and Chad.
Okay.
This is for sure.
But now I'm in a bit of a situation and I need your advice. I've been planning to propose to my girlfriend. I've had the ring for months, but recently I found out she's been deleting messages from one of her exes.
Oh, no.
Apparently,
Wow.
he's been hitting her up and she's been responding. I also found out they went to dinner last weekend when she told me she was out with her friends.
Ooh.
Not good.
I'm going crazy because I haven't confronted her about it. Now I'm sitting here wondering, do I confront her? Do I hold off on the proposal? Or is it time to call it quits? Help me out, ladies. What would you do?
I mean, I would definitely confront, because if you're going to marry somebody, let's be honest, let's just go ahead and clean the
Come on
slate.
now.
Yeah.
But also, they're not married yet. So I think that he shouldn't just call it a quits, because being married is different than dating. Like, yeah, you're playing the field. Like, maybe she doesn't feel like you want to commit. I mean, I don't know the whole scenario. So
Right.
if, depending on if she feels like you're not doing enough, she needs to maybe go back to her ex, because whatever he is
She
showing
think that
up, and
he's
he's like showing that he wants to be with her. So showing that to your woman, letting her know, like, hey, I'm taking this serious. I want to marry you. If you have you want to be with your ex, do it. But I want to be with you. Let that be known first, and then make your decision before you just cancel her out just because she's doing that. Because
I do too.
Good
I
answer.
actually
Good
like
answer.
that response,
I do too.
because a lot of
Yeah.
people jump to straight to cutting off. Like,
Correct.
you never know what that person is feeling,
Exactly.
like how long they've been waiting. So that was a good answer.
Yeah.
Yes, because at first I was going to say, cut that bitch off.
it's definitely different.
conversation.
It is.
That's what
Because
I
if you're
was
getting
saying.
married, okay, this is serious. Like, if you want to go with your ex, go to him. But I'm going to take it to the next,
I'm ready to take it to the
Yeah.
next level.
You're
Whatever
right.
you're doing right now, you have the decision to either
be done
That's
or
smart.
come with me and we're living our life.
You're a
Right.
very
Yes.
level-headed
Yes.
person, huh,
Yeah.
Keeta?
That's why Tyreek married you.
Yeah.
Probably so.
I see. We
There's a lot to
see.
deal with. But
We see
yeah.
it.
Yeah, I think
'cause
that's the
probably
answer,
at first would've
honestly.
been like,
Yeah, if you love her and you want to make sure
Okay.
But
you don't miss out on an opportunity. But,
But it
go for
is definitely some things that need to be talked about, like going to meet up with him, saying you're the
Yeah,
lying,
for sure.
of course. That's starting
But
to-
you
those are
don't
red flags.
know, like she said, we don't know the
whole
story.
Yeah, the whole story. Yeah.
So
you don't know her side.
we don't know her side. We don't know what has been done. So
She's
to have
definitely
that
wrong,
conversation,
but-
and you have to really be honest.
Yeah.
Both parties have to really be honest with themselves and say, hey,
Lay
this
it all
is why I
out.
feel like this. This
And
is
that's
the
what
reason
makes a
why.
relationship even stronger, is having
Yeah.
those weird, tough conversations.
That's
I feel
right.
like
That's true.
Yep. Well, we
Yes.
what's his name?
David.
David, thank you for supporting us.
Thank you, David.
We're gonna claim it. We're gonna speak it into existence. This is gonna
That's
be your
your
wife.
wife.
We We claiming it. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for supporting Nightcap.
Yes.
We hope Keeta answered your you know, what you
Your
had
question.
going on.
Yeah, I hope that helped. But
Yeah. We
How do you
appreciate
think?
you. All right, guys. You can find us on humblebaddies.com, right? Is that it?
Yes,
Humble Baddies?
girl.
Okay.
Humble Baddies.com.
Is it your website or what?
Right.
And you can find me on social media at Ashley Nicole. Where can they find you?
Alexis_Stoudemire on Instagram.
Our beautiful Keeta, go ahead and tell them where they can find you, girl.
Keeta Hill on Instagram.
Okay.
And myself, Sherelle Rosado_. Make sure you guys subscribe, follow, follow us on Apple, everywhere there's Humble Baddies.
And now
Make sure you follow us.
Netflix.
And tune into the show.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
Tune into the show.
We love you guys. Thank you guys for supporting us.
Thank you.